everyone, Firecrest Gaming here and welcome back to another video. We are back with an F1 2016 video for the first time in a while, and as you can see by the title, it is the F1 2016 Last Two Blank Challenge, and where we will be playing as Lewis Hamilton actually, in light of recent events, starting from the back in Austria to see where we can get, how high we can get up the grid in a 25% race. You know what? Let's just get right into the action. So, we are on the grid now for the Austrian Grand Prix for 5 lights. Lights out, away we go. Very short life sequence, it must be said, compared to what we normally have. Now, zooming down towards the first corner, there we are, now up into 20th, about maybe 18th place, going side by side with Fernando Alonso, and he hits Esteban Gutierrez in the Haas, around at the first corner. Not a good start to the Mexicans race at all, as we head up the hill towards, I guess, technically turn 2. Into the hairpin, hard on the brakes, and Bottas is round! Valtteri Bottas in the Williams round. Safety car on lap 1. Nasser's out of the race. Okay, that was a little bit chaotic, but we, as a result, are in P8 now. That was just a little bit carnage-filled. And, well, let's just have a recap. So we're watching on board for Felipe Massa as he makes a decent bit of contact with Nico Hülkenberg. And then Bottas at the inside of one of the Ferraris, I believe it to be Raikkonen, and then everyone just has this, just parks up behind him. As we look further back, we're watching now what happened to Felipe Nasser, going up to the braking zone, and he was just unlucky to hit the McLaren where he did, which is a real shame for him. But as we get onto the restart now, on the end of lap 4, going into 5, here we go, and we are racing again. The 3 cars ahead of us are Hülkenberg, Raikkonen and Perez, so I think we're going to overtake Nico Hülkenberg fairly soon. We're going up the inside of the Force India, and we get the move done on him. Next up is Kimi Raikkonen, so we'll follow him up to the hill, and the long run up to turn 2. Still following him. He's actually having a look at Sergio Perez, weaving this way and that way, trying to find a way past. But we say thank you very much, and that's P4 for us already. I believe Nico Rosberg and Jenson Button headed into the pits. I forgot to mention that. And we're following Sergio Perez. They're getting a little bit stuck on the back of the Force India. They're getting a little bit too close to comfort. As we move on, he's still going down. And no, we're off the circuit. We really misjudged there. We hit the back of him, and now we're off the circuit. Just unfortunate there. And Raikkonen jumping over the curves. That's going to slow him down. And we're going to chase him all the way down to turn 1. We've got the inside line. And we should have a little bit of a dive at the inside. We do. We hang him out to dry and leave him to deal with Hülkenberg. And I mean, you can just see there, we got way too close. I misjudged, and then there's grass on the tyres, and it's game over pretty much. Well, not game over, but you lose a good amount of time. So, lap 6 now, going into 7. Mercedes ran numbers? I don't think so, I'm not trusting you. There's now following Perez. They leave another 2 cars going to the pit. It is Sebastian Vettel and Verstappen, that's it. So Vettel and Verstappen pit on that lap as we get past Sergio Perez now for P2 in this race, and now Ricciardo, I believe who was in first, is now pitted. As we are now just coming into the pits on lap 8, so we push these tyres a little bit further than other people. Austria was having that bit of an awkward pit lane entrance, which we completely messed up, and into the pits. Was this thing I didn't notice? All the engineers turning their heads around when you actually come into the pits. I never noticed that before. I mean, that may be me being silly, but I don't know, I've never noticed that. Nice touch, I guess. So we didn't get held up in the pit lane at all. It was a good stop by the guys at Mercedes. And we are out in 11th, maybe 12th, because here comes Felipe. And there he goes, maybe. Yes, Massa has now gone through. The only remaining Felipe in this race. But we're now out of the pits, so we've got to get right back onto it, and we do. Up the inside of Massa on the fresh tyres, and there we go, hang him out to dry, up to P11 now, so there's a lot of work to do still. As we move on to the end of lap 10, we're just going past Kevin Magnussen, and now here comes the fun part. We completely get held up there because Vettel was very slow on the apex. Now Vettel and Verstappen are following Palmer, Ericsson and Alonso. I sense an opportunity here. Audacious move down the inside, and we get 5 cars in one corner and a little bit of the straight, just overtaking Fernando Alonso. That is my favourite move in an offline race. Just lovely sneaking it up the inside while they're being held up by the slower cars, and we just had that. You can see there, they're all swerving around trying to look for a way through, and Alonso does actually find a good route in the end, but it doesn't for Palmer or Ericsson. They both get held up quite badly, in fact, and they both hold up Vettel and Verstappen, which was good for us, which means we could have a few cars between us as we run away. This van, however, on a two-stop strategy, might I add, was not having a good time. As now we're coming up to turn 1, that's Bottas hanging up the inside of Raikkonen, and again there's contact, and round goes the Williams of Bottas, and now Grosjean's hit into him, Gutierrez has hit into them both, and cue the domino effect. It just... I saw the yellow flags were out in turn 1 when I was driving along, and I was wondering what was going on, and there was just an absolute pile-up, car after car, hit one after the other, and it just wouldn't stop. And the end result of it was many cars had damage, and also Daniel Kvyat, you'll see him on the left-hand side in a second. There he is, he ended up with a puncture. Gonna have a quick look how that happened. Rewind again. And I think we found our culprit. It is the manner of Rio Haryanto, I believe. He's gone into the corner. I think he's having a look at the inside of a car as well. He's slow on the apex, and that's just very, very unlucky that the manner hits him where he does. It's just... that has got to suck. But as we move on back to our own POV on the final lap, Carlos Sainz retires one lap from finishing the race. He just had to go through one more time after this, and pop goes the Renault engine. Unlucky for Sainz, but for us, clear run to the line. No one opposed us after that. We are going to finish ahead of Vettel, and Alonso actually is currently in third place. I'm not sure if he finishes there. But round the final corner, and this one is Austria. Last to first challenge done. So, thank you very much for watching if you did. Leave a like, subscribe. I'll probably post some more of these over the next few race weekends before F1 2017 releases. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, guys. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.